Hi, my name is Kimberly Lewis, and I am your motivational muse. From leader-driven to process-driven. Many nonprofit organizations, particularly smaller ones, are really leader-driven organizations. That's where your leader has a lot of charisma, has contacts, and can communicate well. And they really drive the purpose and the mission of the organization, along with perhaps a few key people. Now, in the beginning, that's great, it's fantastic, but it does open itself to some vulnerabilities. While this can be very effective, a leader-driven model is unsustainable in the long term. It's prone to disruption when key personnel leave and limits the organization's growth potential. Transitioning to a process-driven organization is crucial for building a resilient, scalable, and impactful nonprofit. So how do you understand the difference? A leader-driven nonprofit relies heavily on the skills, knowledge, and decisions of a few key individuals. Processes are often informal, inconsistent, and undocumented. The organization's success is directly tied to the presence and performance of these leaders. A process-driven nonprofit emphasizes clearly defined, documented, and consistently applied processes for all key functions. Decision-making is decentralized, based on established procedures and guidelines. The organization's success is less dependent on individual personalities and more on the effectiveness of its systems. The first step is to identify core processes by identifying all critical organizational functions. Now, this includes fundraising, program delivery, volunteer management, communication, finance, and administration. You need to map out these steps that are involved in every single process and document them. Step 2 is to document processes. Once core processes are identified, create detailed written documentation outlining each step. This should include inputs. That's your resources required for the processes. That means your personnel, your materials, and information. Next, your steps. Create a clear sequence of action steps required to complete the process. And then next is your outputs. What are the expected results of the process? Now, step 3 is to clearly define criteria for the decision-making at various stages. If this happens, then you do that. If that happens, then you do another step. You need to develop clearly assigned roles and responsibilities for each step. Ensure consistency by standardizing the processes across the organization. This minimizes errors, improves efficiency, and ensures that the same high-quality service is delivered regardless of who is performing the task. A part of this step is to implement technology and leverage the technology to streamline the processes and improve efficiency. Now, this might include a CRM system for your donor management, project management software for program delivery, or accounting software for financial management. Step 4 is to provide thorough training to all staff and volunteers on the new processes. This ensures that everyone understands their roles and responsibilities and they can consistently apply the established procedures. All of these processes should be regularly reviewed and updated based on feedback, performance data, and evolving needs. This ensures that the processes remain relevant and effective. So moving forward, be sure to encourage your staff and your volunteers to identify areas for improvement and make suggestions to the existing processes. Create a system for capturing and implementing these suggestions. Transitioning from a leader-driven to a process-driven organization requires a significant shift in mindset and culture. It demands a commitment to documentation, standardization, and continuous improvement. However, those long-term benefits, they increase your sustainability, your scalability, and the impact that this transition can make. So if you really want to build your business, build your organization, and sustain yourselves for the future, you need to take action by writing those steps down, documenting it, reviewing it, and getting regular feedback. Move from a leader-driven to a process-driven organization.